I'm just here cooking a bit of dinner. I've had a really good day, got a few bits done and went for a really nice swim, sauna, steam and jacuzzi. So I'm nice and clean and yeah, had a good bit of exercise and yeah, got nice and hot and sweaty in the sauna, which was just, oh, it's so good. It's so good for mind and body, the sauna. I absolutely love it. I feel like I've been a bit hazy daisy today. I don't know what's up with me today. I've just been a bit airy fairy. To the extent when I left the place where I went swimming, I reversed into a car. Luckily, I was going very slowly, and there was a cyclist like right there just coming out because he saw me, and I was like, ooh, saw my face. But we both looked at the car. There was like not a scratch on it. I am the kind of honest, decent person. If I've damaged at your vehicle or your property or anything, I would confess and let you know. But yeah, I was so pleased. I think looking at where my bumper was and the angle of my van, I think my bumper just hit their tyre, their like wheel. So I was just like, phew. Because when I first got out of my van, I was thinking, shit, might have like dented the whole panel of their car. But yeah, I didn't. So that's okay. It did make me check the date on the calendar though, because I do find ordinarily I'm a really good driver. Like for a woman, I'll say it, I'm a good driver. But certain time of the month, it all goes to shit. Honestly, spatial awareness, driving, can't do it. Well, I can, but it's just I notice that there is a distinct difference depending on where my hormones are at with the quality of my driving, and I do wonder if that's where the like whole stereotype of women being bad drivers comes from. And obviously, I'm the kind of person that can have like a laugh about this. I think, you know, if you're a woman and you can't have a laugh at being a bad driver, like just lighten up a bit, you know. There's lots of sort of funny stereotypical things about men and women that we can just all just have a little laugh at and not be too serious about, you know. I don't take it too serious, you know, if men crack a joke about bad women drivers, because I know I'm a good driver, and then I know 1 week a month I'm terrible. So, you know, just get on with it. Try not to hit too many cars. And also, a certain time of the month, I need some meat, which is why I'm sat cooking just a big pan of mince and a couple of veggies in there too. Which again brings me back to my point I was making earlier about not dating vegans. I'm just cooking up a big pan of meat, you know. And also, when I was looking earlier for potential food options, I did think about going out for dinner tonight. I thought I'd just see what restaurants are around, but I ended up just sort of just fancy being at home actually. But there was this really nice restaurant that somebody in the jacuzzi was saying about, and they do a Chateaubriand steak. I've never had a Chateaubriand steak. It's on my like list of like life goals to eat a Chateaubriand steak. If you don't know what a Chateaubriand is, it's a sharing steak. It's a massive hunk of meat. And yeah, it's a sharing steak. So you go with a friend or partner, you share this steak. Comes with all the trimmings. I really want to do it one day because I just think it would just be a fantastic experience to, you know, go and eat a load of meat and really good meat. Which again, if I was dating a vegan, I couldn't be like, hey love, let's go share a Chateaubriand. You know, they'd be eating all the chips, I'd be eating all the meat. Which I suppose that could work, but then equally, if it's a decent restaurant, you would expect those chips to be cooked in lard, or at least lard, preferably duck fat, you know, goose fat, do it properly. So, you know, they'd just be nibbling on the salad, and I'd be eating all the meat and all the chips. So, that is looking good. I think that's nearly cooked. To be honest, I should have put this in my saucepan. I've been having to so carefully like turn it all over because my pan is so full, but I'd already used my pan this morning. I didn't want to mucky up another pan. Oh, yummy. Right, I'm just going to tuck into this. Try and eat just half of it and not the whole pan of it. Yeah, I was absolutely ravenous when I came out of the swimming pool. I think that's probably also why I might have hit somebody's car by accident. I just, hormones and hungry. Yeah. It's funny because I was thinking, like, you know, with this sort of pondering dating again and potentially having a partner, because, you know, like I was saying earlier, I do really like my own company. You know, do I need this? But then earlier after hitting that car, I was like, yeah, I think I do actually need a bloke in my life, because then, you know, that time of the month, they can do the driving and drive me straight to a steakhouse, and we can eat loads of nice meat. You know, that would be perfect, because that's what I need right now. Somebody else doing the driving and taking me for scrummy yummy steaks. I don't know if anyone else finds that. I mean, I don't know if there's any women that watch these videos, but if you are a woman watching this, do you find that? Do you find, like, when it's your time of the month or certain times, like if you're ovulating or if you've got your period, do you notice that you're driving, or certain, like, yeah, things just go out the window a little bit? Or is it just me? See, I don't think, you know, with women, we're always so sort of like, you know, in waves, we're always sort of like doing this, whereas blokes, it's very much like that level all the time, which I think is why it sort of like works, you know, or should work between men and women. Right, just going to use up a bit of that coriander on there, that would be lovely. Found a little place to pull up just on an industrial estate. I've had a little trouble recently. Again, I don't know if it's just because I'm like in the London area, but so many industrial estates I pulled up in have got all double yellow lines, all like no parking here, no like really strict, you know, don't be parking. But I'm lucky on this one. I think I'm into Essex now, so I think I'm sort of getting more and more out of that city sprawl. So I've done alright with getting a parking spot, which is good. So I'm hoping I'll be alright here for tonight and hopefully tomorrow night as well. I might just stay here all day, day and night, because I really want to get some, just get some writing done and a few more little bits that I want to sort of catch up on and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully I'll be alright here. And then towards the end of the week, I'm catching up with my nan, because she lives in Essex, so it's been a little while since I've seen her. So I thought, oh, while I'm so close, I'm just going to go and go and say hello to her, which will be really nice. I'm not sure where to put that in a minute. Let's put it down there. Oh, yummy. I am in need of this. I think as well, I find if I've had a lot of like light foods or a lot of sort of veggie stuff or just a lot of fish or chicken, after a while I've got to get some red meat in me. My body just starts craving it so much. And honestly, I literally just fry up. In here I've got onion, carrot, courgette, and then a packet of mince. It's got some nice grass-fed mince. It's really hot. Well, it is chilly this morning. It is, cold little morning. It's become like quite mild, so it sort of took me a bit by surprise. In the night I was a bit like, oh, I'm feeling a bit chilly. You can hear my diesel heater clicking away. Haven't had that on in weeks. So, I thought I'd probably do it good to give it a little run anyway. So yeah, get my van warmed up a bit. I feel I'm all cosy. I got this lovely fluffy thing that my niece and nephew got me for Christmas, so it's keeping me nice and snug. My parking spot at the industrial estate turned out pretty good, so probably just going to sit here for the day and night again. I don't think anyone's going to give me any bother here, and it'll just be good not having to drive around trying to find another parking space later, especially as I've got a few bits to do today. So I'm just going to get on with those and stay warm. Being parked up on an industrial estate, you see a lot of life going on. You got the everyday businesses that are going on. You got truck drivers coming in, van drivers coming in. You've also got drug dealers coming in, and it's quite entertaining being in the back of my van because for the most part nobody knows I'm here, and the window that I have in the back is tinted, and I get to observe a lot of life and a lot of people who don't know that I'm watching them. I mean, I'm not spying. I'm just, getting on with my day. I glance out the window and then, you see whatever's before your eyes. And I feel like I've come parked up in a spot which seems to be quite the little cocaine dealing hotspot. I just opened my door actually to someone who was racking up a line in their car. And I opened my door because I saw them, I clocked what they were doing, and I knew if I opened my door it would make them jump because obviously they weren't expecting anyone to be there. But I really wanted to fill up my water bottle and have a drink. And given my nature and my past, I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to open my door and they're just going to have to deal with it. But I got chatting to this guy because he saw me, obviously, and then had a moment of feeling a bit like, shit, I was not expecting that door to open and there to be, me inside. But he wound down his window and then he was like, oh, you live in your van? And then I put his mind at ease and told him about my somewhat coloured past, and he happily got on with snorting the line that he was just racking up. But we ended up having a really good conversation, actually, and I really love this about life on the road. You meet some characters and you learn about people's lives, and it just really interests me, and I don't come at people with a lot of judgment, I do come at them with a natural openness and curiosity, so yeah, it's interesting living on the road and observing the life that surrounds you and the spots that you end up in, which, if you're new to the area, maybe if you're if you knew this place, you'd know you'd know the dodgy dealings going on, but I didn't. And obviously I feel very safe in the spot that I'm in, and obviously I'm no fool, I wouldn't open my door on any old person, dealing a bit of coke, but sometimes, when I get that feel that I'm all right, I can trust this, I do, I trust my gut implicitly. There was another man that just pulled up and was sorting himself out a line, but I wasn't going to open my door to him. It was just like, nope, this is not the kind of guy that I want to be opening my door to and chatting to, whereas the first guy, very, very nice man. And I find this a lot, with men especially. I've met a lot of men in my time that have cocaine addictions, and cocaine is their go-to drug to help them. It's they're using it to comfort themselves in some way, and they usually have some sort of backstory, as this man did, where he's had it hard. He's faced a lot of trauma and has had to just hold a lot, and bad experiences as a child. And I think that's why it's important not to judge people, especially people with drug addictions. It's an absolute travesty, the amount of young men that we have locked up in prisons. When you look at all of those men and you learn about their pasts, it's no wonder they're there. And I feel like they don't need our judgment, they need our help, And it's also absolutely disgusting, the male suicide rate at the minute, It's awful. It is awful that our young men are killing themselves, and it's just not talked about much. And I just feel like a lot of time men get a bad rap, and we judge them and we berate them, but actually they're just trying to hold it together, and they've had really difficult times and difficult things that they're dealing with, and they just need us to listen to them and just give them some love and some care, so I try and do that, so yeah, I will happily open my door and have a little chat with a guy who's there racking up coke, because you know, it doesn't offend me, him doing that. You know, I know there's a reason for him doing that. And a lot of people who do have drug addictions and cocaine addictions, they don't want them. You know, they really don't want them. Um, but you know, at that moment, they're lacking the ways to get out of that. You know, so yeah, be good to the blokes. Honestly, I have such a love for men, and I think that's perhaps partly because of my upbringing. You know, I've just growing up in my dad's truck a lot, and being around other truckers and going to boat yards and industrial estates, and yeah, all those sorts of places, you know, and chatting to crane drivers. And I've just always been around blokes, you know, proper blokes that know how to build stuff and fix stuff. So yes, it's sort of, you know, it's dear to my heart, you know. And as I've sort of got older in life, the more men that I've met. Yeah, I've met so many men, and it breaks my heart, the addictions that they have, and yeah, how they are. And it's sort of, yeah, it's really sad. So yeah, if you see a guy there that's sort of, you know, drinking a lot, doing a lot of drugs, you know, don't just throw your judgment at them, you know. Love them, have a chat with them. They might actually just need someone to talk to. So yeah, here I am, just observing all of life on the industrial estate, and yeah, in just experiencing it. And yeah, it's been a good spot, this industrial estate that I found. I like places where there's stuff going on, you know, and I will always you know, keep my back, you know. I make sure I don't sort of put myself into any dodgy sort of situations, although I know perhaps some people might disagree. I sometimes think, you know, about my mum, and if I were to tell her everything that I got up to, I think perhaps she'd worry a little. But like I've said before, I really trust my gut, you know. I really trust that. And you know, there's been places that I've pulled up in my van to park, I've looked around, and I've just been like, nah, I'm not staying here, you know. So I do use discernment with places and with people, you know. As much as I don't judge people, I will use discernment, because some people I won't put myself in a position to be around. So you do have to, yeah, you know, just keep an eye on yourself, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to my afternoon, and speak to you later.